Okay, I would like to point out that this place is extremely desolate. However, there is a bone put upon this rock in between this anomaly hill, this rock formation, and the mountain. So don't. Moving up. I've almost reached my stage 5 of my search for M. Cave and Kenny Veach, who disappeared November 17th, 2014. No sign of M. Cave. Terrain very similar to what Kenny Veach was describing, how it was at floor level. We have reached floor level at this elevation, looking for M. Cave on the wall against the right or left side, in between like a small canyon right now, but it's not really canyon. I think it's, what's this? Nothing. Dead end. Continuing search. Okay, I would like to point out that this place is extremely desolate. However, there is a bone put upon this rock, and it's too high to the floor where the riverbed would flow when it overflows and comes down the mountain. This is not natural. I did not touch this. Look how high that is, guys. This is up to like my shoulders, so like 4 feet, 3.5, something like that. But that is definitely put there as a warning. Found a wash near on the way to step 5 on my map to looking for Kenny Veach. No M cave, just smaller caves. We definitely have confirmation that there were caves, that one of which is the M cave. Well, it's just a cactus. I saw something in there, but it was the other end of that Joshua tree or whatever it is. I forgot that trees grow up here at this elevation. Pinyon, you can eat them. The Paiutes would eat them. That's actually how they think they got their name, from pinyon pine nuts. Fun fact for you. Proceeding up canyon wall, almost at the end of riverbed. Reached point, top of mountain, just below it. I just found our state animal. Found the bone structure of a dead bighorn sheep. I don't know. It got buried. It died a while ago, and then the water tried to bury it, so it's been dead for a while. But how did it die? Because of could it be a warning from someone or something? Proceeding up canyon wall, almost at the end of riverbed. Reached point, top of mountain, just below it. Okay, well, this is the end of the riverbed. It keeps going up, comes down from up there, so I would have to keep ascending. It's probably where Kenny would have come up. He said it was pretty tight, squeeze down a canyon, a really tight canyon, so I think this is what he was referring to, possibly, because this is pretty tight. I'm climbing up it right now. So, continuing search. And I kept climbing, but I just couldn't do it. The rocks are too loose up here, so okay, so I walked around here to get to where I am. I'm gonna continue up here, and that's the fall where the water would come. Okay, we are at a different angle, a higher point from here's where I am, and I'm gonna try and become familiar with the area and keep searching. The breeze is picking up, passing by that skull again, heading on back, heading down south. Alright, so I stopped on the side of the embankment of this riverbed. all in the wash. Some caves over here, but none of them are M caves, so don't waste your time. Heading back down a different way to cover more ground. We'll mark it and update as needed. Water damage, collapse. Beautiful view right here in this canyon, very narrow. Let's see where it leads. Alright, gonna need both hands for this one. Okay, there was a small crevice underneath it, nothing to report, just empty. Alright, so I see some pools that can catch water when it rains and they stay filled and the animals will come and drink it, so they're hydrated. So I'm getting through this canyon slowly but surely, and I'll see where I am on the other side. There's some caves, but no pronounced M on any of them, or they're made out of. Okay, gonna turn off. Alright, so I'm gonna come out on the map where there's a small anomaly mountain area. It's like a hill, it's not really a mountain, and it's right to where there's in the map on Google Maps, you can see it where it meets it right next to that wash. So I'm coming out through this way, and I went up right next to it on the other side of this one. So on the map it'll show this pronounced area going up, and this, like, as you can walk up it, but it's a really rough hike. I would not recommend it, and I'm searching it for you already, guys, so you don't have to, and I'll save you a day's hike. And I see a cave over there, no M, no pronounced M, and I can see into it, so there's nothing over there. I can tell just by looking at it. It's just I can see pretty, it's not narrow like he described it either. So not a lot of caves here on this side. Not a lot of caves. There it is, zoomed out. You see behind me, to the right here, some small caves. No M caves though. Up there. All right, I'm continuing my descent. All right, I'm just about at the base. I checked it, all this side of it, no caves. I know what you're saying, but Robin, what about that tiny one over there? Guys, I checked, it's about 1.5 feet tall. No, it's not M cave. Let's move forward together, guys. Until next time, Robin out.
So after watching that hike footage, you may have a couple of questions regarding who it was, when did it happen, how do I have the footage, etc. I'm going to try and provide a backstory now. It may help answer some of your questions. Feel free to stick around so you understand exactly what happened and how it played out. So the person that you saw in that hike footage, the one narrating while searching out there, was known on YouTube as Really Robin. He had a YouTube channel. I can't remember what his subscriber count was now. I think it was over 1,000 subscribers. I could be wrong, I don't know if it was 11,000, but he's been around for some time, or at least was back then. Before him getting involved with Kenny Veach, he was uploading random videos to his channel, as well as then following the trend of Storm Area 51, and actually did some videos heading out there towards Area 51, which did gain a bit of traction, right? So I guess he was into that type of stuff, military related, and trends, what's popular. With Really Robin then getting involved with the Kenny Veach case, probably could be understandable, with supposed mysterious cave out there, talks about military, talks about Area 51, those theories. That's probably what got Robin's interest into that particular case. When did this all happen? Well, Really Robin got involved mid to late 2020, before Scott Natal got involved. And I think Really Robin was only around for a short amount of time as well when he was doing his like investigations, right? I guess he just like popped up out of nowhere, you could call it. His online presence was somewhat limited. He left a few comments here and there, responded to people on his channel. When he did the video, what you saw today, he uploaded originally back then, late 2020, when he was, well, probably mid 2020 to be honest, because of the weather and stuff. Recorded it, went out there, uploaded it. People were interested, but also appreciative of his footage. But there was a few people left scratching their heads till to this day that the canyon, an area, what you saw, which Robin was hiking in at the time, a couple of hikers like Jeff Clark and stuff were a bit confused as to where it was exactly, and at some point doubting was it even within the area. But I guess visually it kind of looked similar. It was just in a different place, a different perspective. Why did Robin go that way exactly? I'm not quite sure. Maybe he was looking at alternative ways. I know sometimes when it comes to some of the hikers out there, they may go to the wrong spot, or, you know, look in a certain area which others haven't, because they're just starting off from the ground, you know, learning about the place as they go along, and then they start focusing on the actual hike route. So with Robin being kind of new to the case, I don't know about new to the area, whether he's hiked out there or not in the past. He went out there, he recorded it. As for his gear, you saw that hat on him, kind of similar to Kenny Veach, SB Vegas Adventures. I think he had overalls on, kind of like Halloween, that character, I think. And there was one thing that I noticed, and I've done a video on it in the past. It was to do with where you see things in rocks. It looked like some kind of demonic face. I think you might remember that when I did that video. And as well in the footage also, the bit where Robin comes across the skull on that rock balanced on top, bit weird. Jeff Clark had a similar encounter to when he was approaching Pitch Canyon, but just before that, where the supposed M cave hotspot is, with the rock walls outside the supposed covered M cave. There was a skull balanced on a rock there as well. But at a later point when Jeff Clark returned, there was no sign of it. So who put it there and where did it go in the end? Bit of a mystery, these skulls appearing left, right, centre. Really, Robin said it was a warning, you know, to people out there. But yeah, besides that, him hiking out there and finding some stuff in the footage, the other finding was of the M cave symbol. Now, it was like on a rock, you might have seen it, tanned or beige rock, kind of stood out compared to everything else within this canyon. It was Atari that translated it from Hebrew to like English alphabet, whatever you call it, and it was Hebrew symbol for the letter M, the M cave, possible hint, clue possibly. It just looked like a bit of an unnatural symbol in the rock, like somebody etched it in, and because it just happened to translate to the letter M, and people are searching for the M cave, it created quite a bit of interest there. I don't think it really garnered enough attention, but maybe we can focus on that in the future. I have already done videos on these findings on my channel, so if you want to go out and look for them, you'll be able to find them, okay? So even though Robin may have been in a completely different area, and it has been questioned by some, a range of different stuff was picked up on, and it was kind of strange and interesting. After that, I believe things quietened down again. I think he went back out there again. I'm sure he did, because he uploaded 2 more videos at a later point towards the end of his lifespan on YouTube, when things started taking a bit of a dark turn, right? I mean, we don't need to go too deep there, because I've already done videos about it, right? Regarding supposedly working for the police, secret informant, trying to set Sean Horlacher up by meeting up with him, and Sean was a bit, you know, wary of it. Jeff Clark being the same way. All kinds of weird, dark stuff going on in the background. The endless possibilities. If you would like to check that out, make sure to go onto my channel, and you'll find it in I think it might be in the case file analysis playlist of Really Robin, right? But yeah, towards the end, disabling comments, that slow constriction, removing all these traces over time, it got a bit weird. First it was the comments, then it was the videos, right? It got to the point where the only videos that were on his channel were about like 2 of them, where it was Robin saying he's got groundbreaking information, he solved the case of Kenny Veach, he knows what's happened, and I think one of the videos was him hiking out there again. And then the final one was of him doing some kind of interview with a guy that works at a prison, which Sean Horlacher worked with in the past, which was a bit of a weird coincidence there. I think they had an interview together at a later point as well on Sean Carner's channel, Sean Horlacher's, if you want to check that out. But to talk about this winged cryptoid creature, really Robin showed the drawing of it. The whole behaviour and expressions from Really Robin changed drastically from going out there hiking, being somewhat calm, to then stumbling on his words, saying, no, don't go back out there, don't go out there, whatever you do, they'll get you. Something like that. Sounds a bit like Lemmy Kilmister in a way, but Really Robin seemed to change, and it got a bit mysterious. And then eventually all his videos ended up being taken down, so all that, well, there wasn't lots to begin with, but the footage, such as this hike footage, what you saw today, in original format, was deleted from his channel. And so were his other M-Cave, Kenny Veach related videos, so all the traces gone, which was unfortunate. And then it was left like that for some time, and in between what I did do, I actually emailed Really Robin just before the channel completely disappeared, and I asked him, you know, all kinds of stuff. Why has this happened? Why has that happened? Why have you changed? And he did respond back. I did do a Q&A video with Really Robin. As I said, it's on my channel, it's in the playlist. If you search for it, you'll find it, okay? That's why I'm keeping it brief here, because I've already covered this type of stuff. So yeah, after that Q&A, he eventually disappeared for good. I tried emailing him, never responded back. It was almost as if that was the end, which is quite unfortunate, right? More changes in behaviour by people. As said, I know quite a bit about it because I've seen a lot of it happen. Not just Dylan Rounds, but this case as well to begin with. So, after Robin's disappearance from YouTube and his videos all being deleted from the looks of it, there was, you know, a long spell of silence, and it went on for quite some time. Now, I think it would have been in 2022, probably when about in 2022, towards the start or so, because take in mind I did start covering the Dylan Rounds case in July of 2022, I think. So it would have been before that, the whole Really Robin fake account situation, but some people truly believe it was Really Robin under a different account with the same username. A little bit weird, right? I still think it's a fake account, but you know, it is what it is. So that Really Robin account, which re-emerged out of nowhere, I think immediately uploaded the full-length video of the original. So you could suggest that this dodgy account showing up as Really Robin could have been the real Robin to have that footage in the first place, because the original one was deleted, taken down. So how else would you be able to upload it, right? Unless you are the original who recorded it. But then again, if people downloaded the videos in the beginning, at the beginning, you know, as a backup archive, then they could just repost it down the line. You know, kind of like what's being done here, but credit is given, of course, right? So it was a little bit odd. Footage provided, people were able to watch it again, but when looking back at the channel now, it's gone again. It's been taken down once again. So that's a little bit odd. There's only like a 23-second clip of it, and that's about it. So I don't know why that was taken down again, messing about or so. But then in between, what followed was all these cryptic videos and music videos, and maybe subliminal messages, I don't know, right? About hinting at this and that, hinting at they've got these interviews or recordings about Kenny Veach and, you know, all kinds of random stuff, and about the mine shaft. There's a tunnel there and a skull there, and Robin, this Robin claiming to be the one to have found, well, placed the crystal skull there in 2017 before Jeff Clark. Where's the proof of it though? It sounds more like storytelling, right? So when a few people question it, this Really Robin account said, right, I'll go back out there and I'll record it, you know, of placing the skull back, and even recording the tunnels and stuff. Was that footage ever recorded? No. The person said in the background that if they don't make it back or they didn't upload the video, then something's happened to them. And ironically enough, nothing happened and it was quiet. So it was like, oh, here we go again. Then they reach out afterwards and say, well, because of my silence, it's because I was pushed off the mountain and was injured and taken to hospital. What? But it's just storytelling again. It sounds mysterious, but besides Kenny Veach and this supposed Robin, out of all the other hikers that have been out there, no one's been pushed off a mountain or injured in that sense. So I think it was just like a backup excuse. You know, they're not going to go out there or they're not going to record it, but just as an excuse, they'll say, if you don't hear back from me, something's happened. And because we didn't hear back from them, it's like, oh, something happened, and then they explained it afterwards. But still, no proof. I'm just giving you this backstory of this alternative account which had this footage from the original Really Robin account, right? In short, the real Really Robin, initially in 2020 for a certain length of time, not too long, a couple of videos produced, that hike footage, eventually all deleted by him, taken down. He explained why, to do with religion, getting closer to God, getting away from all the other stuff. I said, you want full answers, check my previous video. Then 2022, or just before that, the fake Really Robin account shows up with these cryptic videos, including the original hike footage, but then that's taken down. The only other video that was scheduled was Kenny Veach 2023 at the time. You had to wait a year for it because it was set as a live premiere in 2022, but it was scheduled for 2023, November time, I think. And some people actually waited for it and counted down the days. I didn't. And then when the time finally came around, the video was then pushed back and delayed to 2024, November time. So you can see constantly delaying it, dragging it out, BS, wasting time. You know, it's just one of those things, right? So I don't know what's going on there. I think the odd person questioned on the channel saying, why are you delaying it? And the other person said, good things come, or something, to those who wait. Not that he used that wording, but I think that's what the message was being put across. We can also check the comments out some other time, right? But just delaying stuff, weird cryptic videos, messing about, breadcrumbs, drip feeding. We've seen it all before in the past with other people. We've even seen it in the Dylan Rounds case. And one thing that's come in common with it all is BS, wasted time. So there's no point getting your hopes up for it, right? That's just a short story there. But then, in between all that, supposedly the real Really Robin, his friend, reached out to Susan Veach, then reached out to me and just explained, you know, Robin is doing his own thing to do with religion, keeping his head down, he's still alive, he's okay, and one day he'll respond back and make a video explaining it all soon. That was, I think, sometime in early 2022, right? It's a long time ago now. Did it ever happen? No, things went silent and dead again. So just weird random stuff. This is what I mean. The Kenny Veach missing person case is important. The M Cave mystery is quite interesting and mysterious. But all this background mystery, this background crypticness is odd in itself, right? Yeah, I know you get some degenerates doing it for attention, and you know at times it's very obvious, but the other people that go to such great lengths and depths to be a certain way or to act out at times, I don't know, it's a bit weird, right? So you've got the real Really Robin and then maybe an imposter of Robin, unless it is secretly him messing about, but why? What's the point of it really? And it's not exactly active the channel anymore either, but I'm sure after this video I'm sure we'll get some activity at some point that'll be typical there. To what extent I'm not quite sure, but just be prepared, right? So yeah, linking back to that hike footage, okay, able to get a hold of it at the time, and yeah, that's basically it. Credit to Really Robin, right? for the hike footage, what you saw today, credit to really Robin. He was the one that recorded it, narrated it, and went out there. The reason why I'm presenting it here on my channel is because 1, it was originally deleted. 2, it was also deleted from that other alternative channel. So it needs to be archived somewhere, right? All the other hikers have recorded and documented what they've done in the desert, right? And the other clips out there shouldn't go unnoticed either. They should be acknowledged and shown to the general public, because that's what the original intention and purpose was, for them to be used in that way. So archive it, present it to you so you can always look at it and also revisit in case you're interested. Because I know like Jeff Clark, SB, maybe Jay Chuck as well, were interested in this hike by really Robin because of the location of it, and it just seemed a bit different to what everyone else has done. So because you got a longer format video now, you can always look back. Obviously I think there's like cuts, right? It's not full recording of the whole hike, but you know, I guess it's like the original length of what the video was at the time, if I'm correct in saying. I said it's been a while ago. Hopefully that answers most people's questions out there. If you got any more, you can list it down below. We'll see what happens next, but hopefully you enjoyed this video, and hopefully you were able to watch to the end to understand the backstory of everything. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Goodbye. Good night for now.